Zampo and the heartiest welcome. I'm Ishe, your host, and this is Talk and Show. My guest for tonight is a young writer. Please welcome Chimi. Welcome to the show, Chimi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Chimi, hello, how are you?
Thank you for asking, ma'am. I'm doing fine and hope you are doing fine as well.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I got a cold, so I cannot say I'm doing great, so I'm doing okay. So, Chimi, tell us briefly about you.
My name is Chimi and I'm from Pemagatsal. And I graduated from Shepsi College. And currently, I'm working as a teacher in Belling Center School.
Okay, a teacher at Belling. Okay, Chimi, as you know, we are going through a pandemic. It's not fun, but we can definitely learn a lot from that. So, any lessons that you've learned personally from the pandemic?
Yes, because since we are still going through a pandemic, and there are a lot of lessons to be taken. And the first lesson that I've learned through my own experiences is that there is no rainbow without rain. Because because of the pandemic, we have seen people dying. Lots of people have lost their job. Some of people suffering because of hunger. But still, then, if we look into a brighter side, then we could see that the families coming together, helping each other.
Yes.
Even the countries who were actually rivals, fighting wars, were coming together, and they were bonding, helping each other, finding for the cure for the pandemic. So that is one lesson that I've learned. And another lesson that I've learned is saving for the rainy days, because most of the people, they have lost their job. And my father personally, he have also lost job because he was working in a tourism, and as we know that tourism is the one which has been hit hard because of the pandemic. So so he has not saved his money for such kind of
situation.
Yes, ma'am. And thanks to His Majesty for providing a Dugal Pukitu, because of that we are able to sustain. So I realized that we have to save for such unfortunate circumstances. And another lesson that I've learned is that making best use of what we have. During the time of pandemic, many people were stuck in the lockdown, and we were not allowed to go out. And me and my father, we were in Thimphu, and we were there. And just to cure the boredom, what I did was I was busy writing, reading novels, watching movies, dancing, doing workouts, and I could even see other people also doing the same thing. They were TikToking, they were like developing new recipes just to save themselves for boredom. And so like that, because of pandemic, we are able to make best use of what we have, making the best use of the situation. So these are some of the lessons that I've learned.
The next segment, it is called True or False. So in this segment, I'm going to give you some statements, and you have to state whether it's true or false according to you. It's your perspective. Okay, are you ready?
Yes,
okay, number one. Something made me happy today. Anything made you happy today?
It's true, ma'am.
Okay, what made you happy today?
Coming out here, meeting you was one of made me happy today. Actually, very, very happy, because I've never thought that I would get such kind of opportunity to meet with you personally and share my stories to you. So it made me so happy today. And also, while coming out here, I met a lot of people. So, and they were smiling at me, and that made me happy today.
Okay, simple joys, right? I am grateful. Are you grateful?
It's true, ma'am.
It's true.
Yes,
can you name 3 things that you're grateful for in your life?
If I name 3 things that I'm grateful for, the first one is I'm grateful to God for giving this beautiful life to me. So, and I always believe that no matter how much I struggle or how much pain I'm in, but God will save me. So God is always there with me. So I'm grateful to God. And the second thing that I'm grateful to is my family. I'm grateful because they have always been supporting me, advising, loving me, and without their support, love, and care, I don't think it will be impossible. I don't think that it is possible for me to stand here like this today. So it's all because of them. So I'm very grateful to them. And another thing that I'm grateful for is my supporter for my blog. They have
Your readers.
Yes, ma'am. Because they have always been supporting my writing. Even if I miss my writing, they will message me or text me saying that, why I have stopped writing, you should keep on writing. And even there were supporters when I was selling articles online on my page, and there were supporters who wanted to help financially because they knew the pain that I'm going through, because they knew that I needed money to be independent. So they were there to help me.
Okay, Chimi. The next segment, it is called Moral of the Story. So in this segment, I would like to know 2 lessons that you've learned in 24 years of your life. Please impart your wisdoms.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. In my 24 years of my life, what I came to realize, or what I've learned, is that we need to be always determined in life, no matter what, because it's the determinations that will lead to your goal in life. So if I just share my experience, just last year I just weighed around 72 kg. You won't believe me. Maybe it's because of lockdown. Yes.
Yeah, lockdown weight.
Yes, ma'am. So, and I was determined to lose my weight by any means. And I told my friends I wanted to work out and I want to get back into shape. But some of my friends, they supported me. But there were a few friends who laughed at me saying, it's near impossible. Instead of losing weight, you'll rather gain weight. But I took it as a challenge. I was determined to lose weight by any means. So I started doing workout. I did, in a day, I did 2 hours workout. 1 hour in a day and 1 hour at night. So now you can see the result.
Yeah, you look fabulous, so you've lost weight.
And
kudos to you.
Thank you, ma'am. And another lesson that I've learned is that always work hard in life. So I was not born in a silver spoon, as you all know. I have faced a lot in life, and I knew that I am not smart, I'm not intelligent, I don't have anything. But what I believe I had is hard work. And I knew that this hard work can change my future. And I have seen my father working hard, tirelessly hard. He used to share his story about how he used to struggle. He just started working when he was just 11 years old. So he used to share his story, and because of that, I got encouraged to work hard in life. And I wanted to change my future. So I studied, I really worked, where other students, they just studied 1 hour. I used to study extra 3 hours and 4 hours. So, and because of that, because of working hard, because of always reading, writing, I'm able to stand like today here. And so I believe it's solely because of hard work.
Your hard work, diligence, yes, right? It's very important.
Ma'am.
It's I also believe that hard work is one of the most important and biggest virtue that you can have in your life.
Yes,
it's a huge asset.
Yes,
okay, so more power again.
Thank you.
Okay, so 2 lovely lessons from Chimi.
Yes.
I'll remember, it's a reminder for me as well, because I tend to slack a lot. So. The next segment, it is called Mystery Maze. So it's a riddle segment. Here I'm going to give you some riddles, and you have to try and figure it out. Try to answer them, okay? Are you ready? Do you like riddles?
Yes, ma'am.
So you ready for the riddles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go. Number 1. Okay, listen to this carefully, okay? You have to listen to the riddles carefully. It's better if it's written, but since I cannot do it written right now, I'm going to read it to you, and you have to listen. You have to be a keen listener. So, okay. Here I go. Gemma is 5 feet tall. She sells chilies, and she wears shoes of size 6. She wears shoes of size 6. What does she weigh? Yeah. So Gemma she's like 5 feet tall. She's 5 feet tall, and her shoe size is 6. She sells chilies. What does she weigh? Weigh is the keyword. What does she weigh?
I'm very poor at math.
It's not a mathematical question.
Okay.
Another trick. I mean, another tip for you. It's not mathematical.
Chili. I think she's weak. Chili.
Yeah, she is chilly, right? I mean,
Yes.
this is just to throw you off. Her
Yes,
weight and
ma'am.
her shoe size is just to throw
Yes,
you off.
ma'am.
She is a chili vendor.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
she sells chilies,
Chili.
obviously. So she weighs chili. Yeah, you got it correct. Okay, again, listen to this carefully.
Okay, ma'am.
If YES spells yes, what does EYES spell as?
EYES.
Uh.
Ice.
Oh, you are smart. I thought you would say yes. So you got both the riddles correct. That,
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, happens rarely on the program. So
Thanks
congrats.
to God.
okay, thanks to God. You're a firm believer in God.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so congrats, Chimi.
Thank you, ma'am.
2 riddles, you nailed it. Okay. The next segment, it is called Once Upon a Time. So in this segment, I would like to know your wonderful story. So please begin.
So if I start sharing my story, I'm the second eldest of 4 siblings. I have a sister and two brothers. And my father and my mother, they are not working. Actually, the sole income, the income that we get is through selling. Actually, before we used to run a restaurant, but because we could not get much, we could not sell much because there was not lots of customers there. So what we did was we decided to sell dumplings on the roadside. So during the winter and midterm vacations, I used to help my parents to sell dumplings on the roadside, and with that money, we used to buy food for ourselves.
It was back in Pemakasul or Thimphu?
No, it was when we were in Punakha, ma'am.
You were in
Actually,
Punakha.
We
Okay.
reside in Punakha.
Okay, you live in Punakha currently?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, okay.
So, the money that we get from selling dumplings will be just enough to keep the food on table, will be not enough to buy clothes or other accessories that we need. And if I talk about the clothes, we used to get clothes only once a year, or if we get lucky, then we used to get twice a year. When I say twice, it means by the end of June or by the end of December. So, once it so happened that the neighbors, there was a kind lady neighbors. She saw our struggle. She saw our faded clothes. She saw the torn clothes of us wearing. So she felt like sympathy towards us. So she gave her used clothes to us, and like it is a new cloth. I used to be so happy. I used to do happy dance. But, though the clothes that we get would be too big, too large for us, or would be too small. But you know, the beggars cannot be a chooser, and that cloth was much better than what we have. So this is one story of me when I was a kid. And another story is once.
So your parents, they were not working?
No, ma'am.
But
they were not employed.
I thought your father worked in tourism.
That time he was not working.
Ah, okay, so okay.
And once, my father and we went on a shopping to buy school shoe for me. And then we were in the shop, and then that shopkeeper lady, she showed us the different brand of school shoes. And that time, the Kickers brand was very famous and very expensive also. And she showed me that shoe, and she said, "It would be better if you buy this shoe." And I said, "No, I don't want that shoe." Then she said, "Why? Why don't you want that shoe? Why you don't want that shoe?" And I told her that I like that Liberty brand shoe much better, so I'll have that. Then that lady, she just gawked at me in amazement. And then she looked at my father and said, "Mister, you are very lucky to have a daughter like her. You know, most of the children who come to my shop, they demand the expensive shoes, but your daughter, she's demanding just a cheap shoe, so you should be very proud. And right after hearing that words from the shopkeeper lady, then my father looked at me and asked me if I wanted that Kickers band shoe. But I still refused, saying I don't want that shoe. I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable in that. I would rather have that Liberty shoe. And I brought that Liberty shoe and we came back. And that time I noticed that he was smiling. And I felt so happy because we know he must be feeling proud at me. So I felt happy. And as I grew up, our problem did not stop. Actually, it kept on adding financial problem. When I was in college, so when I see college as a golden life, where the children they dance,
new things.
Yes, experience new things. So
you're free, finding adults.
Yes. But for me, it was not like that. Where other children in the college, they have different clothes to wear, they have different sleepers, they have everything. But whereas I have only 2 sleepers. I do not have many kiras. I have only 3 kiras. But still then I was happy to get into the college because my motive was to study. So if it fulfills that, I was okay with that. And I was in self-catering, where we have to cook ourselves. So my father used to give monthly pocket money of Newton 1,000 and Newton 500. I used to save it for any emergency if I get sick. Yes. So, and 500 I used to spend on buying rations, my monthly rations. Food. Yes. But
so why didn't you join the mess?
We were not allowed because of our usually the science students were given the mess.
Back in Sharabti?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes, when I was there, we were allowed to be in the mess.
But when I was there, only that
rules might have changed.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Because of that, I was in self-catering.
Okay, so all the arts, humanities,
and social science.
Okay. Only science students were, allowed to join the mess.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, okay.
So and once it happens that my father, that time he is working in the tourism, so he went hiking with the tourist, and I tried to reach out, but he was out of network, and then my food was finished, and I had no money left, and I wanted to borrow from my roommate. I have 2 senior sisters. That time I was in first year, so I have 2nd year and 3rd year sister. So I wanted to ask from them, but I felt hesitated. So I spent my whole day without eating food. It was like fasting. It was very difficult. And at that time, what I realized is that I'm being too much dependent on my poor parents. Actually, I'm a grown-up woman. I need to be independent, I realized. So I thought of working, but that time I did not know what to do. And then once what happened was, when I was Facebooking, I saw a guy, his name is Leiki Bumpa, and he was selling this online novels for Newton 50. Oh. Then it hit me, maybe I could also do like him. So from there I started selling a short story for Newton 10. And from there I used to earn per day. At first I started with Newton 50 I used to get, but then the readers got the attention of my writing, and then it increased to 200 and then 2,000 and
2,000 per story?
Per day.
I
used to earn.
Okay.
And for story charge was just Newton 10 only.
So 10
but there was more buyers.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then that got attention of one of the travel agent. So one of the travel agent, Bhutan Travel Gate, has approached me saying that if I'm interested to write for that travel website. But that time I got scared because I have never ever written for that website. So I told them that I don't think I'm the right person to do that. There are so many travel bloggers like Ma'am Denker. So you could approach her to write for your blog or website. I told them, but they said no. They wanted to give me the opportunity because they have seen me struggling, writing and selling stories. So they want to give a chance to the young.
An opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. So hearing their words, I felt determined, and I took it. And I started. They paid me in Yule term 1,500 per article for their website, and they promised me that if I increase their readability, yes, ma'am, readability score we see in the website, in their website, then they will increase. So they have increased to Yule term 4,000 per article. So that's where I started my freelancing career, and right now I'm still doing it. And right now I'm doing travel website, I'm doing business proposal, I'm doing research, and even I'm selling short story. But now it has increased to Yule term 20.
No, it's changing.
That's my story.
That's your story. Yeah, it's a wonderful, fascinating, and absolutely inspiring story.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, okay. So usually if people were in your position, they would complain, they would, they would be complaining, and they would be focused on the negative side of the patch, right? But you, I think you're a very strong and inspiring woman, because you chose to learn from it, right? You chose to appreciate your parents' hard work. You chose to be strong and put yourself up instead of complaining and putting yourself down, right? So that's, I think that's very inspiring. So back in college, you're not dependent on your parents anymore?
No,
after
ma'am.
First year you were dependent on your parents.
First year,
right?
I was dependent.
So
by
from second years onwards,
I was
you
independent.
were independent.
Yes, ma'am. I
You
started.
might be sending some money home as well.
Yes, ma'am. I was able to give to my sister, my
your
brother.
siblings, right?
Yes, ma'am. And what I did was, the first thing that I did was I brought clothes. I went shopping because I did not.
See, I mean, Kangdong doesn't have a huge market, so online.
No,
Do they
ma'am.
deliver online?
No. We have like 5 or 6 sales available there.
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Might have improved that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So before, it was like my friends, when they used to ask if whether I'm interested to go shopping with them, I used to say no, I don't like it. I would rather stay in my room and study. But and it is because I did not have the money that time. But as soon as I started writing, I started earning, then I went shopping, and even I went to the restaurant.
Okay.
So, and also I was able to give to my family as well with that money.
Yeah, so proud, right?
Yes,
your parents and your siblings, they must have been so proud of you and so happy, definitely.
They were.
So, okay, so right now you're a freelance writer as well as a full-time teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
So life's good now?
Yes, ma'am. Now life has been better.
All thanks to yourself, right? Your spirit, your endless resilience and determination and hope and positivity, right?
Though I face like time management problem because I have to write as well as I have to teach. So now what I'm doing is, when I'm in school, I'm fully focused on my teaching career. But in this, like in the vacations, when I get
leisure time,
yes, ma'am, like winter break and summer break, that time I used to write for my clients, ma'am.
Okay, so you're just 24 right now.
Yes,
what does future look like for maybe 30s Chimi?
It would be like a bestseller writer, ma'am.
Did you give yourself? I mean, did you give a try at writing novels? I mean,
I have, ma'am. I have novels in Wattpad. I have 11 novels, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And still, I am selling novels.
Not like published hard copy.
No, ma'am. Though there were some people who approached me saying that to publish a book in paperback.
Yeah, that's better.
I feel that I'm waiting for the right time.
Right
time. That's why. Waiting.
Sometimes you have to seize the day. Yeah?
Yes,
ma'am. The right time doesn't come,
yes,
so you have to make it
I'm
the right time.
waiting for the right time for the right story to hit.
Ah, okay, right story.
That's why.
Okay. What do you base your subjects on? What do you write about mostly? What inspires you?
I'm a feminist, so I usually write more about women, yes, about how women should fight, be strong, be determined in life, my stories are all feminist, ma'am.
How you
But
should
I
be
do
your own
love to
hero.
write mystery, ma'am, mysteries.
Oh yeah,
So it interests
that
me.
pulls you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, nice story, Chimi. I'm really inspired. I definitely learned a lot from your story.
Thank you,
So, more power to you. All the best. I hope to see you in future as a published, like you said, a best-selling published novelist or a
Yes,
writer, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
All the power to you. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. The next segment, it is called Fun Facts. So I would like to know 2 fun facts about Chimi Wangmo.
2 fun facts about me. When I was a kid, I used to dress up like a boy.
Oh yeah.
It's not out of choice. It's because all the shopping for clothes was done by my father, and he used to bring gents attire for me. And
boys' clothing.
Yeah.
But you didn't like it?
I love it because it was new.
You loved it because of the fact it was new?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And another fun
Your
fact.
mother didn't go for shopping with your father?
No, ma'am,
Oh,
because
yeah?
of taxi fare. He wanted to save.
Oh yeah, that's a smart one.
And another fun fact about me is that I finished my whole third year of my college wearing flat shoes, not the sandal, because I don't know how to walk in a sandal, ma'am.
Okay, you don't know how to walk in heels?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am,
yeah.
that's why.
Plus self-catering is far from your college, so it takes, there's
Yes,
pretty
ma'am.
much a lot of walking to be done.
Yes, ma'am.
From
And
college
even
to
I have a bad experience. I saw many wearing heels, and then I thought maybe I will give it a try. So I tried, and I had a bad experience because it broke down. From there on, yes, ma'am, my heel. It broke down, and then I have to walk back to my hostel in barefoot. So that was my bad
okay.
experience. So from there I gave up. So I finished whole of my college wearing that flat shoes.
Flat shoes. Do you wear heels now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now I can
you don't
walk.
break it anymore?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you can walk well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, finally grown up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm just teasing you. Okay, 2 lovely fun facts about Chimi.
So to all the viewers, what I want to tell is always follow, especially to the youth, I want to tell is always work hard in life, always follow your dreams no matter what, and if possible, be independent. Do not depend too much on your parents to provide everything for you. If you want something, you can work for it. As His Majesty has addressed during the National Day, that we should not depend everything for the government to provide everything for the people. We should start working, because if the government become penniless, then there will be no source left. So it's time for us to be independent. So I would urge every youth to be independent and be less dependent. And another thing that I want to encourage the viewers is to work hard in life, because by only working hard in life, you will get a chance to taste the fruit. So always go for that. Always work hard, always be determined, always be independent. That is what shapes a strong person. And lastly, I would like to thank Maram especially for giving me an opportunity. I've never imagined that I would be getting such a platform where I will be sharing my story. Though my story is not that inspiring and interesting, but I hope that it will create a little impact on the people. And once again, I'm very thankful to Maram for giving me this opportunity, and I will cherish this moment forever. Thank you.
Okay, Chimi, thank you for coming on the program. I had fun. I definitely learned a lot from you today. So that's all we have for you now. Thank you for making me a part of your day, and I'll see you soon. Till then, take care and goodbye.